Good morning, Thursday morning, and time to rock and roll, right? A little bit of snow last night, and things are looking good yet again. So today I was thinking about um, anger. Anger can be a extremely destructive and unnecessary force, and sometimes we get angry at people for not things that they do, but things that we imagine that they do. We think about someone and we think, if they do this, oh my God, I'm going to be so angry. And you get all worked up over something that hasn't even happened yet and may not or is likely not to happen. However, anger is also an engine that can drive change. I remember many years ago, I had someone tell me many years ago that my musical skill, maybe someday I'll be good, but I'm not good right now like they are, and they wish me the best, and I'm just not good enough. And I said, okay, well, I don't like that. It made me angry, but it was a type of anger that was different. That gave me resolve. And um, a few years later, I, of course, raised my skill set because I developed habits and many of the same things that drive our schools today. But that person ended up actually working for me, and that was quite a satisfying moment. By then, I enjoyed it for a little bit, but it was not really the purpose of something. You get angry at a small thing, but you can use these little flashes of you know people's ill will to help remind you why you're doing what you do. And it's not to show somebody else, it is because of who you are and where you're going. But when you reach that point and you prove somebody wrong, you can have just a little smidge of self righteous enjoyment before you move on to the next piece. Because that's one thing about a path moving forward. It is a path. If you stop, you're stuck. You need to keep moving. All right, let's get some quotes and let's get to work. Um, so, uh, there's one that's interesting on the uselessness of anger. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You're the one that gets burned. So just anger that is overwhelming, that is not something that is productive, is wasted. And that was the Buddha. And resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. That was Nelson Mandela. Again, you resent people. Why do you resent people? It is often because they have things that you do not have. And instead of working for those things, working to change those things, what you're doing is wishing they did not have that. Not a productive emotion. However, on the usefulness of anger, we've got Aristotle, one of the greatest thinkers of all time. Anger is an engine that drives change. And that was me when that one person said, well, you're not very good, but maybe someday you will. That really stuck on my mind and gave me some motivation to work on the days when I did not feel like working. And Martin Luther King Jr., a righteous anger is often the most potent force for good. Reminds you there are injustices. Let's get out there and fix them. Okay, so it's time to get to work. I'm going to get to work. Good to see you here, and I will see you next